Pokemon stupid.
Yes, yes it is.
Pokemon dumb. Me smart. Me not dumb. Me have brain power to kick kids game in face and laugh maniacally. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Get off my playground. What is wrong with my brain?
Don't know.
Every time I think about Pokemon, it hurts. What have you done to me? What have you done to me, you bastard game? You sick game. You horrible thing. Yeah. Is there like a point where you would want, like, you'd wish that Pokemon would have stopped? It's like, it's just after a generation, you'd wish, like, it would turn into one of those franchises where they just finished.
Not yet.
Eh. After Sword and Shield, I kind of feel like that. Where I'm like, if this is really the route they're going to go in and nothing's going to change, like, I kind of don't really want them to continue. But they're not going to. They're going to milk the money train no matter what, so we're stuck with it, but I don't really know if there's really a point where I would have said that. It's like after Gen 3 or Gen 4 or Gen 5. I don't know if I really would have wanted them to stop. Believe it or not, there are things I do like about modern Pokemon. It's just that overall, I don't think the games are good.
No, overall they are not good.
Yeah. And yet, they're taking so many baby steps. Forward and backwards, unfortunately. Hey, Team Galactic. Would you have liked Pokemon that as much if they stopped it at, Crystal? Because that was originally where they were gonna stop.
See, I never played Gen 2 when it first came out.
Well, so you just never would have, like, gotten into it, is what you're saying.
No, I played Gen 1.
Yeah.
I just never got into play Gen 2 when it first came out.
I didn't. I'm a youngin'. I started with Gen 3.
Gen 3 onwards, I played it.
For me, it probably would have been like one of those franchises that I only heard about from Smash. Eh.
Yeah, it would have been a big, oh, this is the Smash thing that no longer exists. That's true.
Yep, that's how everyone feels about Ness and Lucas and Ice Climbers and Star Fox Cast. Even though their most recent game was on the Wii U, so I wouldn't really call that dead.
It's the Wii U. It's kinda dead.
Yeah, I know, but like normally dead franchises are something that hasn't really made a game in like a really long time, like since the Wii era. That's where my cutoff is. So it's just really surprising to me that like when people say like Star Fox or even Kid Icarus is dead.
Star Fox is dead. Star Fox killed itself, but Star Fox is dead.
Yeah. Well, when you say dead, you mean like them making good games? Like, is that what you mean?
No, I mean them trying to make any more games. Star Fox is dead.
Because I haven't really played any Star Fox games aside from like the ones on the SNES and the Virtual Console, but like from what I've seen, honestly, like Star Fox doesn't really seem like a game that you can keep making games out of. It's like it's just that
you could. Don't get me wrong, you could.
I mean, like you could.
They would just
but
be the same game over and over again.
yeah, that's kind of what they've been doing. It's like they have this one formula that's an arcade formula, and it's something that they're really good at. But if they kept making games, it would just be like what's the point? They're just milking the same game. They just keep porting it. It's basically like Nintendo's Skyrim.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard Star Fox Zero was good until like except for the controls, which I've heard that can really.
I heard it was bad. It was just bad.
Well, yeah, I've heard people say that it's a bad game, but I've heard people also say that the game itself is like what the game does, like with its design and levels, like is good. But it's just that the controls are really hard to get used to, and that just like gets in a lot of people's ways. Yeah, I can understand like I can understand like it going both ways. It looked like they really like wanted to make use of the Wii U, which can lead to a downfall of a game. The gamepad was weird. It's like they showcased a lot of these things, like a lot of like these things. Oh, look at all these things you can do with the gamepad, but they didn't really like use. I feel like the best applications for the gamepad was like useful for maps. Because like while you're just multitasking in the game, you can just look down at the gamepad and there you would see like Pikmin 3, Xenoblade X. I don't think Wind Waker uses a map, but it uses like it puts the inventory and stuff on the gamepad, so like that's fine. Like stuff like that, as I feel like is the gamepad's best applications, to be honest. Well, I have heard that Rayman Legends also uses it in a pretty cool way. Yeah.
Yes, Rayman was one of the ones I heard that was really good with the gamepad.
It just feels like it was like they had a lot of ideas with it, but they didn't really know how to execute them properly. Which is unfortunate. It's like people say that the Switch is what the Wii U should have been, and yeah, that pretty much is the case. It's like the gamepad, like overall, what really was the point? I think there's even like a game that hasn't even come out yet. Like it was kind of like the Wii U's Wii Sports, where like I don't know what exactly it was, but I just remember people like turning the gamepad sideways and putting it on the ground and like using a Wiimote to simulate it like a golf club, and you'd play golf with it and stuff like that. Like that seems like a really like day one release thing to do for a Nintendo console.
It does.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't even know if that ever came out. Like, what happened to that?
I don't know.
Folks watching, if anyone's watching, answer down in the comments. Yeah. I've also heard that Wii Party U does like some pretty neat side modes, but you'd need other people there with the gamepad, so... Yeah, that's another thing, like... A lot of the cool things that I've seen, like, that game do, you just... With the gamepad, you just need someone else there, which... Again, isn't really... I'm not saying it's that it's common, like, obviously people have friends, but... Most gamers just want to play online, honestly. It's a shame. Really, it's a shame. Hey, quit punching my goddamn slug. Yeah. I really feel like the gamepad, like... If there's another negative like I can bring up about the gamepad, it's just like... Now that they're porting, like... Wii U games to the Switch, like, what Wii U games that rely on the gamepad for, like, maps and stuff, like Pikmin 3 and Xenoblade X, like, how would that work on the Switch with only one screen? Because those are built to, like, have you multitask. It's like, the games aren't really designed for you to, like, bring up a map, like, pause what you're doing and bring up a map to do what you would normally do on the gamepad. Like, how would you...
Yeah.
How would you really have that work on the Switch? I don't know, there is a rumor that Pikmin 3 is being ported to the Switch, and... I just don't know how it would work.
Me either.
And also, I have recently replayed Pikmin 2 and 3, and... Man... I don't really know how...
Games?
What?
Good games.
Yeah, they're good games, but after playing...
No, what you meant to say is you recently replayed good games.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, like, Pikmin It's like the Pikmin games, it's really nice having them all on the Wii U because they can all use the Wii Remote and Nunchuck control scheme. And it might sound like weird, but it's actually really good for Pikmin because with the aiming on the Wii Remote, you can aim really well with Pikmin. And like maybe they could try having like the separated Joy-Cons to simulate that, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like Pikmin isn't unplayable without that control scheme, but it is typically said to be the best one, so I don't know. We'll just have to see if they are porting Pikmin 3 to the Wii U. Just to the Switch. It was originally on the Wii U, but eh. If anyone does have a Wii U, I'd honestly, like, recommend the Pikmin games. So you can get all 3 on... Why the fuck does he have Munchlax? If you have a Wii U, I would honestly, like... I would say just get the Pikmin games, because they're really good. And having them all on one console is real nice. Oh, fuck you, man. Oh, fuck you, man. Does default get rid of that in... No, I don't think it does, because I think that was Gen 6. Ah. Screens! If only I had Brick Break. If only close combat wasn't so tempting. Oh, of course, because they're both Bronzor, they're gonna attack the fighting type. Bronzor is slowly becoming my least favorite Pokemon in this game. Like, honestly, like... They're just so bullshit annoying to take up because of their resistances. Like, they're only weak to fire or ground. It's just bullshit. And you just have no way of knowing unless you, like, test it out for yourself. And... It's annoying. And Blaze is dead. Oh, never mind. You gonna paralyze? Okay. This isn't a problem. I remember in my Nuzlocke run of this game, I lost a Mamoswine to this because this thing had Flamethrower. I was really upset by that. Yeah. Especially after I've been playing the modern games where I've been using ones with thick fat. It just caught me off guard. I don't gotta say, like, playing modern Pokemon games is just really blur. They really blur a lot of things when going back to the past games. You know what? Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I don't want to stay in anyway. I don't want to stay in anyway. I have a Gastrodon. Why am I not going up to that? Yeah. Rob. What do you think of Pikmin?
I think it is a really good-looking game that I want to play at some point.
Yeah. It's very nice.
I would probably not enjoy it, but I want to play it.
Yeah, that's the thing about Pikmin. It's stressful to play, but it's fun watching other people play. At least, well, nah. Pikmin 2 is pretty stressful. I was gonna say, like, Pikmin 1 can be stressful because, like, you're under a time limit to complete the game, and if you don't, you get the bad ending. If you don't find enough shit parts, you just... Olimar dies. He just straight up dies.
Yeah, doesn't he just crash land back into the ground?
Yeah. And then the Pikmin carry his body to the onion. That's actually what happens.
Yep.
Olimar is fucking dead. It's not a very happy ending. It's also very...
Yeah.
It's also kind of upsetting because the whole game he's just talking about, like, I hope I see my family again. I wonder what they're doing. And just to see that is kind of just heartbreaking, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying?
But yes, Pikmin 1 looks fun to play. And so do all the other Pikmin games. It's just, I'm not a big fan of micromanaging. So even though they look like fun, I know they probably wouldn't be fun to me.
I guess it'll just be like another game to add to the list of show Rob this game because he's too much of a meh guy to play it.
Yeah, I love Pikmin. I've watched Chugga play all three.
Yeah.
It's just, I am not going to ever play the game because that's not. Nope.
Pikmin 2 was also pretty stressful because, like, dungeons can get pretty hard at times. A submerged castle.
Yes, but at least the time of day stops in the dungeon.
Yeah. And you're not under the time limit of you have this many days to complete the game. You can just go whenever. Because your life isn't in danger, but your company is. Make money.
Yep, make money.
If you like were playing Pikmin, would you rather like which style would you actually prefer? Pikmin 1 and 2.
2. The time limit would make me not want to play Pikmin.
Yeah. What about Pikmin 3, where you can, in a way, you can control your time limit?
Pikmin 3 looked the most fun.
Yeah. There are a lot of quality of life things that I really like with Pikmin 3, especially after playing Pikmin 2.
Also the 2 additional Pikmin in Pikmin 3 were my favorites.
Yeah, Winged and Rocks. I kind of like purples more than rocks, though. Because the purples are just overpowered.
Would probably be, yeah, because they count as like 10 people.
Yeah. And they're really strong.
That would probably be better than rocks, but I really enjoy.
Rocks aren't bad. Yeah, I just feel like they're more situational. And I don't really like how they don't.
I much prefer the wing Pikmin to any other Pikmin.
Yeah, wing Pikmin are great. I don't really like how the rocks can't latch on enemies, because I feel like they just get too scattered around. It's like enemies will eat them.
You really only need like 15 rock Pikmin.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for something in a crystal.
Yeah. Or if you're fighting the final boss, because rock Pikmin actually just make the final boss a joke.
Yes.
The Plasm Wraith, they can't die. They can't die to him. That Crobat just used Giga Drain, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Hate on you?
This battle.
We aren't fighting anymore.
We're fighting Mars and Jupiter. Yeah. I was about to say with Pikmin 2, the dungeons.
Why do one of them have a Bronzor and not a Bronzong?
I don't know. I was about to say, like, Pikmin 2's dungeons were pretty stressful. It's like I feel like the overall like above ground maps weren't that stressful, but the dungeons, let me tell you, there's something else, especially the later game ones.
The Water Wraith?
Yeah, the Water Wraith. Like, oh my god, that thing is scary. And do you know Gatling Groinks? Gatling Groinks, Rob?
Remind me what they look like.
They're like green like frog things with guns on the front of their faces.
Okay, yes.
It's like, there are moments in dungeons where they put like them on top of pedestals and you can only attack them from behind. So this is really tough to hit them. I remember there was one in particular, like one room in particular where they put one Gatling Groink on top of a pedestal, and there was just one that was just wandering around the dungeon just looking for you. It's like I was just too distracted by this one on top of the pedestal, and then all of a sudden the other one just comes up and just surprise attacks me.
Wait, who the fuck has a Rapidash?
Barry.
Since when?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we might have seen it before. We're so detached from this game at this point. Like, we're just talking about other games.
I didn't know he could have a Rapidash, is the point.
I don't know. Maybe I think Rapidash is one of the Pokemon that can be different depending on the starter.
Okay.
Rapidash.
I don't remember the Rapidash at all in this game.
Yeah. It's probably because you picked Torterra and I pick Infernape.
I picked Infernape first, but yeah, basically any other time I play this game, I pick Torterra.
Oh. Maybe it's just that this battle is taking so long.
Okay, I at least remember him having a Heracross.
Yeah. Is Reflect still up? Will this kill? Okay. Aerial Ace, okay.
No. But holy shit, this Perugly does not like Barry's team.
I don't like Perugly. Fuck this thing.
I also don't like Perugly or Skuntank. They're both stupid.
Hey, Perugly is pretty ugly, you know.
And Skuntank's dumb.
And Skuntank is pretty tank.
Why do they all have gold bad?
Why do they
So
all have...
bad.
Because, Rob, they're fucking... They're we're part of a team and we gotta use the same Pokemon because that makes sense, except it doesn't.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I really wish the grunts of every team didn't have to use the same two Mons.
Yeah. It's like they mentioned...
That would be something that would increase my likability of a Pokemon game extremely.
It's like, weren't they also saying that they stole Pokemon? It's like, how many people have had the same Pokemon? It's like, is Golbat just that much of a popular choice?
Fuck no.
Like, I know it's common in the wild, but people hate it. It's like, does everyone use Carbuncle?
Yeah,
Does everyone use fucking, what's it called? Glameow, Skuntank, Stunky? Like, are those really the popular Pokemon?
Bad. I hate it so much.
Oh, and by the way, you ready for a jump scare?
Yeah, this is the devil.
Everything is ready for the creation of a new world. Now all will end, and everything will begin with this, the red chain made from the crystals of the 3 lake Pokemon. And this, the red chain I replicated with technological means. With these red chains, I pry open the portal to another dimension. I command that you unleash your power for me. I feel like they kind of missed an opportunity to, like, have Arceus involved with the plot. So, like, Arceus is like the one who created this world. Don't you think it would be fitting if Arceus, like, confronted Cyrus?
It would be, but Arceus was supposed to be
An event.
post-game thing. Yeah, it never happened.
Yeah, unfortunate. Brr! Hey,
Damn.
who the fuck called us, man? I've waited for so long for this moment. Dialga and Palkia. Shaping this world is a double spiral of time and space. You will do my bidding. You will have your abilities as mine. We only have pressure. You really want that? It's not a bad ability, but it's nothing great anyway. With the power I wield, I will create an entirely new world. The incomplete and ugly world we have will now disappear. I am resetting everything to 0. Nothing can remain. It is all for making the ultimate world, a world of complete perfection. Nothing so vague and incomplete as spirit can remain. Oh no. Shit, this is on the bottom screen. No! Yuxi! Mesprit, the 3D models. Future demo, have some visual representation of this. Oh, look, there they are, the Lake Guardians. Oh, there they are. Oh, okay, there they are now. Oh, god damn it! The story is fucking on the bottom screen.
Yep, still just a bunch of balls of light.
Oh, I didn't think that would be the case. Okay, future demo, more visuals, please. I should have expected as much. Yuxi, the being of knowledge. Aself, the being of willpower. And Mesprit, the being of emotion. The Pokemon have come to protect Sinnoh, pathetic and worthless. It takes the three of them, the three lake Pokemon that symbolize spirit, to balance either the Pokemon of time or space. But they can't maintain balance against the two. Not when both Dialga and Palkia are here. Their coming here is in vain. So much meaningless drama. Now, Nemo. You've constantly interfered with my plans, but you will be forgiven. After all, there will remain no spirit for all time when I am done. All spirit will disappear. It will be ripped away. From you, from your Pokemon. From these precious to you. It is time. My dream will be a reality. What is this pressure I feel? Something is enraged. Oh shit. It's Satan.
Too bad I can't see him.
No, it's okay. Future Demo's giving off visuals. Right, Future Demo? Interesting. So there is a Pokemon that can only appear as a shadow. Regardless, the effort was rash and foolish. I have harnessed the powers of Dialga and Palkia. I, Cyrus, won't have any... Jump scare. Oh shit. No! Hey Cynthia, when did you get here?
Bye, Yuki. Bye, Azelf.
Mesprit.
Yeah, you might as well just stay here. You're kind of worthless.
I like Mesprit, shut up. I only ever liked Mesprit as a kid because, like... I don't know why the fuck they did this, but... Like, for some reason they had this little, like, arc with Mesprit of it being fun with the protagonist. So it wants to play a game of hide and seek with you, and that's pretty much their excuse for making it roaming.
I hated roaming wands.
Yeah, but hey, that little storyline was like what made me like it as a kid. Like, oh, it likes me.
Into the Satan zone we go.
The Satan zone. I believe that's called hell, Rob.
Yep, I also believe it's called that. But not in Pokemon, it's called the Distortion world.
It's not even hell, it's just like... It's like just this dimension where Giratina is like... calls itself home.
Yes, but it's Satan.
I'm not done jump scaring you guys! There she goes.
There goes the best champion ever.
I'm gonna save.
Good, because we should stop.
Yeah, my throat is getting kind of tired, and I am sleepy. So, yeah. In the next session, we'll take on the Distortion world, and see all the kinds of wacky antics you can. Shut up, cars!
Yep, I think you get a walk upside down.
Yeah, that's funny. Just like the funny waterfalls.